What kind of victory are you going to get when the devastating consequences that a good number of members of the party will not be able to respect that judgment? Therefore, those who are going to the Supreme Court are not totally wrong. For if they don't go to the Supreme Court, there is a likelihood that whatever political solution they even come up with now, the same tendencies that like to run and crisscross the entire court and manipulate the judiciary to put a fait accompli on the party members may still go back to court to do same. So the issue on the table really is trust.
Some people will say, look, that the handwriting is clear for some people belonging to the Senator McCarthy group, and that's why after that meeting with former President Jonathan, they realized that they might lose out at the Supreme Court, and that's why they're rescinding on their decision.
The courts can never adjudicate reconciliation. The court can never adjudicate populating a political party. The court cannot adjudicate that people will believe you. The court cannot adjudicate that people will, against what you have been doing in the past, now begin to imagine that you have taken a new leave. The court will never adjudicate that the vast majority of those that have sacrificed and put so much into this party will no longer have the say. We did not suddenly become a party that respected our governors and respected our presidents. No, that has always been the culture of the PDP. The court is not going to come and tell us today that the pronouncement of governors, BOT members, and other stakeholders of our party will no longer be respected.
So you agree that impunity is a major problem?
The major issue we have is that people have not been acting in the best interest of the party. And the young ones have given them an alternative. Some of the young ones have come and said, look, just go, both of you. Just go and do us a convention so that we can anchor this party and we can start the work of opposition.
Isn't that what Senator Sharif says he wants to do?
The problem with Senator Sharif is that you will, in the last 1 year, you will not find any press release that has come from that section of the party that criticizes the APC. At least for whatever it is worth, you will always see a pen and sign off on things that are obviously doing the work of opposition. So those who have the idea that there's some kind of conspiracy going on may not be totally wrong.
All right. Alhaji Gulak, in all of this matter, the narrative seems to be somehow the distrust on the Senator Sharif leadership, now that the appeal court has given him that toga. There seems to be a big distrust from BOT members and some chieftains of the party.
Not any longer. If there was this distrust, I can tell you confidently, without any iota of doubt, there is no distrust any longer. Sharif has always and consistently said that this party must be given back to the people to elect their leaders. And he has said and undertaken that he is going to conduct national convention as soon as possible. The modus or the processes or the wherewithal of the convention will come up from all the stakeholders. Sharif is not going to head the National Conventions Committee. Him alone cannot conduct convention. The Board of Trustees, the National Assembly members, both the Senate and the House of Representatives, the Governors Forum will all be involved in how to take this party to the next level. And the next level is, let us conduct our national convention. Whoever wants to contest any position, let him go there and offer himself to the delegates, who will then elect them as national chairman, secretary, and other officers at the Unity National Convention. Where is the distrust?
Okay. Mr. Gulak, we'll take a moment on the program. Mr. Gulak is in our Abuja studio, and Mr. Showumi is also here. But when we return, we'll be looking at the role of the PDP. Is the party really ready to play the opposition role? It's just about 2 years to the next cycle of election. We'll find out after now. Join us again. Thank you so much for staying with us, everyone. The People's Democratic Party, the party that ruled Nigeria for almost over 16 years now, has gone to playing what some people will say is a passive role in national politics. But the party says he wants to play a viral opposition role, but now it's been enmeshed in very thick Leadership Internal Crisis. Alhaji Ahmed Goodluck, a former presidential advisor on politics to former President Goodluck Jonathan, and Mr. Segun Showumi, a chieftain of the PDP, they've been talking to us. You talked about, Alhaji Goodluck, you talked about the issue of organizing a convention. When we wonder, when is that going to happen? How soon is that going to happen? And what could be the modality?
First and foremost, the modality is all the stakeholders, all the organs of the party, that's BOT, NEC, and caucus, will have to meet and come out with a clear-cut direction. It depends on these stakeholders to give timeline. And the national chairman, Senator Ali Sharif, has said as soon as all the stakeholders come together, form National Conventions Committee, we do our convention.
How soon is that? How soon are you talking about? How soon?
How soon?
Yes.
You know, Sharif, as far as Sharif is concerned, even if they say April, March, May, that is not his problem. He's ready to do convention and go.
All right. Let's quickly come to Lagos studio. Mr. Showumi, are you concerned that your party has not been able to play the opposition role almost 2 years down the line?
Well, there are two levels to that, really. There's a part that makes you really collapse on the inside. That why should a party that has been ruling and having an opportunity to build itself for 16 years suddenly lose an election and is not able to motivate itself to provide opposition role? The answer to that is that the baggers that are running our system have to clear off and allow new people that are hungry to provide opposition work to take charge of the party and move it forward. A party has to be moved by inspiration. A party has to be driven by ideas. A party has to be driven by people that can call people and people can stand with them. You can't be soiled all over your body and say you want to lead the party. It's not going anywhere. That's one part. There's another part too. There's the part that the present federal government is playing in trying to make the PDP down. And I'll go straight to the anti-corruption one. This is a government that says it wants to do anti-corruption. Fine, all well and good. Why not? You stop doing that, you are doing anti-corruption, and you go to look at all those who have not really held any post in government except for party. People like Olisa Mecho, our former spokesperson, for example. Okay, you come and accuse him for one thing or the other. In the process of accusing him, you've not allowed him to defend and articulate his own case the way he would have wanted. You've not allowed him to be able to call his witnesses. You said Dasuki gave him money. He says he wants to call Dasuki. You're not allowing him to do that. You've not allowed him to even prosecute his case. Basically, you've just locked him down. You've done the same to Anika Ode. You've done the same to a few of them. No one is saying that you shouldn't go after anybody that has government money with him. But there has to be a decency to it. You cannot stifle the opposition. It cannot be that anybody that is trying to provide opposition work automatically becomes accused by you and you are handing over money and chasing him about, whereas you are not doing it with you. So that's the part of the federal government. But look, the People's Democratic Party of Nigeria is the resource material for democracy in this country. Every other political party is learning from the mistakes, from the actions, from the ideas of the PDP. We don't have anybody to copy. Even all our crises that you talk about, you find out that the level of jurisprudence and court pronouncements on political administration is getting deepened and enriched only because we're going to go. But we have come to the point where we have to say enough is enough.
Okay.
An interim arrangement can never be forced on the people as a permanent arrangement. And we must worry about the issue of trust. For if you have not demonstrated an ability to be trusted in the past, why should anybody trust you now?
Okay. Alhaji Goodluck, you've heard what Mr. Showumi had said. Mr. Goodluck, if you quickly can tell us right now, with the way the party is standing right now, a lot of people say it does not look like a party that can win any election in 2019.
The crisis that had bedeviled this party completely had negative impact on the party. I agree, I subscribe that we must come together as a party. We must begin to pick up the pieces and rebuild this party. How do we do it? The only way to do it is to give ourselves a very transparent, free, and fair national convention where everybody who is interested in holding the offices of this party subjects himself to election.
Okay. Thank you so much. That's where we must leave it. Mr. Ahmed Gullah, former presidential advisor on politics to former President Goodluck Jonathan, and Mr. Shegun Towumi. Always a pleasure talking to you on the program. That's our show for tonight. Many thanks for being part of it. On behalf of the team, I'm Sean Kimalo.